So in the last lecture, we have started with the modern quantum mechanical model of the atom. इसमें हमने ये डिस्कस किया साइंटिस्ट श्रोडिंगर जो है he represented electron in the form of a wave and he has given an equation to it which is represented by psi, and psi is a three-dimensional equation which is a function of x, y and z in terms of Cartesian coordinates. In terms of spherical coordinates, it is in terms of r, theta and phi. So on solving psi, you get some numbers which are called as quantum numbers. Psi is simply a mathematical equation. So if you solve it using Hamiltonian करके हमने कुछ बात किया. If you solve it using Hamiltonian operator, you get some numbers which are called as quantum numbers. Those quantum numbers gives you information about the location of the electron, the magnetic nature of the electron, the momentum, angular momentum of the electron, etc. So ये जो quantum numbers है, in a way they tell you about the address of the electron. In order to know the address for a person, usually you need to know his street number, his apartment and his flat. Finally, the person can be found inside his flat. Similarly, for the electron, you need to know the shell, which is equivalent to street, subshell, which is equivalent to apartment, and orbital, which is equivalent to flat. So an orbital can be treated as an electron. Orbital is nothing but an electron. And we have defined orbital as a three-dimensional region around the nucleus where the probability of finding the electron is maximum. Like in case of Bohr-Series, we exactly cannot pinpoint the location as well as the momentum of the electron simultaneously and accurately. There will always be some error associated with it, which is given by Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. You cannot certainly say this will be the position of the electron. ये कभी बोल ही नहीं पाएंगे. Okay, hence we will be marking a region in that particular territory or in that particular region, the electron will be spread. As you go away from the nucleus, the electron will become more and more diffuse in the space. Closer to the electron, उतना ही ज़्यादा dense रहेगा cloud. As you go away and away from the nucleus, the electron, the density of the cloud will be diffused. Okay. On solving the Schrodinger's equation, we get three quantum numbers, which is principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number and magnetic quantum number. इनके बारे में डिटेल में भी हमने देखा है. ये जो principal quantum number है, it represents the distance of the orbital from the nucleus. और जो territory है किस particular distance तक spreaded है. Okay, that is given by principal quantum number. As you know that as the distance of the electron from the nucleus increases, its energy also increases. So we can get a qualitative information about the energy of the electron. Okay, total energy of the electron. Higher is the value of n, higher will be the energy of the electron. And lower will be its stability, and it will become more and more diffused in space. Then we have started our discussion on angular momentum quantum number, which is also called azimuthal quantum number. This particular quantum number represents the kinetic energy of the electron. ये जो kinetic energy जो भी generate हुआ, as it is because of angular motion, this quantum number is also called as angular momentum quantum number. And we know that kinetic energy is part of total energy. Hence, we are saying this particular quantum number must depend on principal quantum number. Principal quantum number gives you information about the shell of the electron. Azimuthal quantum number gives you information about the subshell of the electron. It also gives you information about the shapes of the orbitals which comprises the subshell. Okay, कौन से shape के रहेंगे उस particular subshell में. So as I'm saying that it is depending on principal quantum number, the values of L range from 0 to n minus 1. In n equals to 1 shell, you have only 0. मतलब you have only one subshell. In n equals to 2, you have 0 and 1, you have 2 subshells. In n equals to 3, you have 3 subshells. N equals to 4, you have 4 subshells. In subshells के लिए further there is a designation as well. L is equals to 0 is designated as S. L equals to 1 is designated as P. L equal to 2 is designated as D. 3, F, 4, G. Okay. So L equals to 0, which is present in first shell. It is termed as 1s. L equals to 0, which is present in second shell, is called as 2s. In second shell, you have also P subshell, which is called as 2p. Similarly, 3s, 3p, 3d, 4s, 4p, 4d, and 4f. Okay. So, जो angular momentum quantum number है, it also gives you information about the shape of the orbital. An s orbital has spherical geometry. A p orbital has dumbbell. Exactly, it is not dumbbell. It is like ellipsoid. But for our convenience, we represent it as a dumbbell. Draw करना easy रहेगा. So dumbbell जैसा show करेंगे. And D is double dumbbell. F is a complex geometry, and G has further more complex geometry. जितना ज़्यादा G के बाद H होगा, H के बाद F, G, H, I, J, so on so forth. तो ये जो particular subshells का और ये जो particular orbitals का geometry further complex होता जाएगा. We are interested only in S, P, D, and F. Okay, F has complex geometry. उसका geometry भी नहीं देखेंगे हम. And ये सारे geometries कैसे आता है? By solving that particular wave equation, you will get something like, suppose y is equals to mx जो है, if you are plotting this on graph paper, you will get a 2D straight line. इनका कुछ तो और equations रहेंगे. On plotting them, you will be getting these geometries. Okay. ठीक है. Then we have seen magnetic quantum number. An electron in a circular motion, whenever it is completing a loop, it generates a magnetic field, or it will result in magnetic nature of the electron. Okay. So the magnetic nature of the electron will depend upon the orbital or the orientation of the electron. Orientation of the electron is equivalent to orientation of the orbital. So for a spherical geometry, it can have only one single orientation. No matter in what direction you visualize it, it will always be seen as a spherical. Okay. For a dumbbell geometry, you can have three different orientations. The dumbbell placed along the x-axis, the dumbbell placed along the y-axis, the dumbbell placed along the z-axis. In fact, ये जो orbitals है सारे इस तरीके के रहेंगे. जो axis आप attach कर रहे हैं उसके हिसाब से सब define होगा. If you are attaching an x-axis to it, this will be x, this will be y, and this will be z. If you are attaching an x-axis to this, ये x-axis fit कर रहे हैं आप लोग, तब ये px हो जाएगा, बचा हुआ दोनों py pz हो जाएगा. Okay, so वो जो axis fit करना है वो आप लोग के ऊपर है. In general, by convention, usually इसको x-axis बोलते हैं ना. इसको x-axis fit करना है आप लोग को, ये x-axis fit कर सकते हो. It all depends on you. Okay. ठीक है. So ये जो particular magnetic nature है, as it is depending upon the angular motion, I am saying that this quantum number should depend on angular momentum quantum number or azimuthal quantum number. So the values of ML will range from minus L to plus L. S के लिए minus 0 to plus 0, so you have 0. In P you have minus 1, 0, and plus 1. In D you have minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, and plus 2. So you have 5 different orientations. In F you have 7 different orientations. Or the number of orbitals in a given subshell is given by 2L plus 1. 2 into 0 plus 1, which is 1. 2 into 1 plus 1, which is 3. 2 into 2 plus 1, which is 5. 2 into 3 plus 1, which is 7. In G you have 2 into 4 plus 1, you have 9. Or else ये odd numbers. Say देखो 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, so on so forth. Okay. So this orbital, ये जो finally ये जो magnetic quantum number है, this is nothing but the electron. Group of orbitals will make you the subshell. Similarly, D का हमने shapes देखा है. D have 5 different orientations. One of the orientation और जो DXY है, if two lobes, ये वाला dumbbell, if two dumbbells are placed in between the XY axis, it is termed as DXY. If two different dumbbells are placed in between the YZ axis, it is called as DYZ. In between the XZ axis, it is called as DXZ. If two lobes are present along the axis, then it is called as dx square y square. In this scenario, मैंने XY axis fit किया इनको. If I am fitting YZ axis, then it will be called as dy square z square. तब dx square y square exist नहीं होगा. Okay. If I am fitting XZ axis, I will get dx square z square. तब ये दोनों exist नहीं होंगे. ये तो common है. ये तो रहेंगे ही है. It all depends upon the axis which you are fitting. if you are fitting xy axis to this, it will be dx square y square, तब ये वाला dz square हो जाएगा. If you are fitting yz axis to this, तब ये वाला dx square हो जाएगा. If you are fitting xz axis, तब ये वाला dy square हो जाएगा. Okay? यहाँ तक किया हमने. I hope this is clear to everyone. ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
Finally, let us go to spin quantum number. And ये क्यों डिफाइंड है पहले वो समझते हैं. ये जो पर्टिकुलर स्पिन क्वांटम नंबर है, if you want to associate classical spinning motion, classical spinning motion मतलब क्या है? You can take an object, the object is revolving, एक object है, the object is revolving around its own axis either in clockwise sense or in anti-clockwise sense. This is the classical spinning motion. This can be this classical spinning motion can be attached to an electron provided it is treated as a particle. अगर पार्टिकल जैसे सोच रहे तो तब ये मीनिंगफुल है, ऐसा कुछ रिवॉल्व कर रहे हैं, ऐसा कुछ रिवॉल्व कर रहे हैं, बट वी आर ट्रीटिंग द इलेक्ट्रॉन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ अ वेव. सो ये जो पर्टिकुलर स्पिन है, दिस इज एन हाइपोथेटिकल स्पिन. दिस स्पिन यू शुड नॉट एक्चुअली से ओके इलेक्ट्रॉन है ये क्लॉकवाइज ऐसा घूम रहा है, इलेक्ट्रॉन है ऐसा एंटी क्लॉकवाइज अबाउट इट्स ओन एक्सिस घूम रहा है. वी कैन नॉट विजुअलाइज दैट because we are not treating the electron as a particle. This is one of the important point. In fact, एक क्वेश्चन भी आया है जेई में, what does that spin quantum number signify? Options में the spinning motion of the electron about its own axis in clockwise or in anti-clockwise direction, ये एक option था. दूसरा, it is an hypothetical concept which has nothing to do with the spinning of the electron about its own axis. This is the right answer. It cannot be related to the classical spinning motion of a particle about its own axis. Okay? ये क्यों एसोसिएट किया हमने, ये क्यों डिफाइन क्यों किया? अगर आप लोग को याद है तो इन बोर्स मॉडल, इन बोर्स थ्योरी, इन ड्रॉबैक्स ऑफ बोर्स थ्योरी, एक मिनट, इन ड्रॉबैक्स ऑफ बोर्स थ्योरी लास्ट में हमने एक पॉइंट लिखा,
Duality.
He couldn't explain the doublets present in the hydrogen spectrum. Doublets का मतलब क्या है? Even though there is transition from 2 to 1, suppose मान लेते हैं the transition is happening from 2 to 1, so you will be expecting a single energy photon. But हो क्या रहा है? There are two different photons which are separated by whose energy is separated by very slight amount. Okay, the separation is by very slight amount. So I can say there are two different types of electrons which are present in the same orbit. Even though it is present in n equals to 2, both the electrons, both of the electrons are not of the same nature. They are of two different natures. So that two different natures is associated to two different spins of the electron. Okay, हम ऐसा कुछ define कर रहे हैं. Those two electrons must be having two different types of spins which is related to its motion only. और जो wave है कुछ तो motion है, arbitrary motion, we cannot exactly pinpoint that motion as well. Okay, there is some spin happening which cannot be related to the class. हम जो हमारे दिमाग में जो है spin मतलब actually हमारे दिमाग में एक picture आ जाता है, that is not related to that exact picture. Okay, there is some spin happening which is giving rise to two different specific energies. Okay, that spin I can say there is some clockwise spin and there is some anti-clockwise spin. Clockwise spin up spin भी बोलेंगे, anti-clockwise spin down spin बोलेंगे, and उनके लिए numbers दिया है. Clockwise spin के लिए +half, anti-clockwise spin के लिए -half, and both of them are having two different energies which are separated by very slight amount. एक का 0.1 है तो दूसरे का 0.11 और या 0.10001 ऐसा कुछ. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in an orbital,
Sir,
whenever an
Sir.
electron is present, so yeah, tell me.
sir, hypothetical means?
Hypothetical मतलब which is not real.
Yes, sir.
Okay, hypothetical clockwise spin, hypothetical anti-clockwise spin मतलब ऐसा कुछ घूम रहा है, ऐसा कुछ घूम रहा है करके हम बोल रहे हैं, but actually ने किसी ने देखा नहीं ना. We cannot
Yes, sir.
exactly say that. So hence it is becoming hypothetical. Unless and until we see it, we should not believe it types.
सर मतलब ये दो टाइप्स के मोशन है.
ये दो types के motion है. There is two different types of motion, and it is a wave motion. Two different types of wave motion.
Okay, sir.
उतना ही समझना है, ज्यादा कुछ उतना ही समझ भी पाएंगे हम. Okay? ठीक है. So when an electron is present in an orbital, an electron is nothing but it will be present inside the flat, na? So when an electron is present inside an orbital, it can have either a positive spin, clockwise spin, or an anti-clockwise spin. So from this I can conclude maximum capacity of an orbital is 2. मतलब एक ऑर्बिटल में 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स रह सकता है, और else एक फ्लैट के अंदर 2 लोग रह सकता है मैक्सिमम. ओके, समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
सपोज एक एग्जांपल लेता हूं. Suppose if you are taking n equals to 4 and if you are taking l equals to 1, in that case what is the name of it? It will be 4. L equals to 1 मतलब P है ना? It will be 4P.
4F.
4P. L equals to 0 is S. L equals to 1 is P. 4P. In 4P, what are the total number of orbitals?
3.
It will be minus 1, 0 and plus 1, which is the number is 3 ना? So ये 3 orbitals को हम representation में we will make 3 boxes. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Rather than drawing all the time, ऐसा draw नहीं करेंगे बार बार. Okay, rather than drawing this, we will be representing that in the form of a box. On the paper, we will be representing it as box. Those 3 boxes represent you have 3 orbitals. Okay, ठीक है. Suppose electron, if the electron is present in ml equals to 0, एक box में है. If it has a positive spin, ये जो spin quantum number, it is represented by symbol m subscript s. If it has positive spin, it will be plus half. If it is present in the same orbital, if it is having negative spin, it will be represented by minus half. तब representation क्या होगा? Plus half के लिए एक box ले रहा हूँ मैं, ml is equals to 0 का box है ये. Plus half के लिए half-headed arrow in upward direction. Okay, this is for plus half. And minus half के लिए half-headed arrow with downward direction. This is the representation. वो ऑर्बिटल है, ऑर्बिटल के अंदर इलेक्ट्रॉन है. अगर वो पॉजिटिव स्पिन है तो अपवर्ड एरो, अपवर्ड हाफ हेडेड एरो. अगर डाउन स्पिन या एंटी क्लॉकवाइज स्पिन है तो डाउनवर्ड हाफ हेडेड एरो. दिस इज द रिप्रेजेंटेशन. वी विल फॉलो दिस. समझ में आया?
यस.
इधर ही मार्क कर सकते हो. प्लस हाफ मतलब
यस सर.
माइनस हाफ मतलब ये.
सर मींस
Okay.
एक ऑर्बिटल में 2 एरोज रहेंगे.
एक ऑर्बिटल में 2 एरोस रहेंगे. अगर 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स रहा तो एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन रहा तो इधर अपवर्ड या डाउनवर्ड ऐसा कुछ मार्क कर सकते हैं.
यस सर. मैक्स
सर हमें कैसे पता चलेगा ये अपवर्ड्स या और डाउनवर्ड्स?
वो अगेन it depends. You can either put upwards or you can put downwards. अगर 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स उसके अंदर है तो एक अपवर्ड रहेगा, एक डाउनवर्ड रहेगा.
सर अगर
Okay.
एक ही है तो
एक ही है तो आप लोग की मर्जी. Either you can show that by upward arrow or downward arrow.
ओके सर.
Okay. एक बार overall picture of the electron, final picture of the atom देख लेते हैं. You have nucleus. Then you have a region for first shell. Suppose मान लेते हैं ये first shell है. First shell का territory है. In the first shell you have only one s orbital. 1s orbital का
Yes, sir.
what is the geometry of 1s orbital? It is spherical.
Spherical.
So this is the region for 1s orbital. The electron can be present anywhere in this particular region. Okay, and each and every orbital will start from the nucleus and it will be spreading or it will be diffusing to some particular region. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है न्यूक्लियस के अंदर है. यहाँ पे probability of finding the electron will be very very less. जीरो के almost जीरो के बराबर होगा. इसका मतलब but there will be some values of it because of the error we are having. Okay, maximum probability will be somewhere in this region. एक particular region पे maximum probability रहेगा, उसके आगे थोड़ा कम, उसके पीछे थोड़ा कम. In fact, we will be plotting the graph also for the probability. मतलब nucleus से बाहर जाते समय how the probability of finding the electron is varying. We will see that. We will see as you go away from the nucleus how the probability of finding the electron is varying. Okay? वो बाद में देखेंगे, हमारा last section है वो. We will see that, don't worry. उसके बाद you have second shell. After first shell, you have second shell. Suppose मान लेता हूँ ये second shell का boundary है. This is the boundary for second shell. In second shell, you have two orbitals. What are they? You have 2s as well as 2p. ये जो 2s का 2s will be this. It will be again, आप लोग का ऐसा लग रहा होगा, it is overlapping with 1s. It will overlap with 1s, but वो जो electrons है अपने आप में वो देख लेंगे, they won't be colliding with each other. So don't worry about the collision. This entire thing. अभी क्या हुआ, वही electron थोड़ा diffused हो गया. So it got diffused in space. अभी उसका uncertainty थोड़ा और है, ज्यादा है. समझ में आ रहा है आप लोग को?
Yes, sir.
I can definitely say, ये मैं बोल सकता हूँ, the probability of finding the electron in this particular region, इस region में ज्यादा रहेंगे when compared to this, because this is part of 1s subshell ना, यहाँ पे ज्यादा रहेगा. इसका मतलब ये नहीं बोल सकता हूँ यहाँ पे कुछ probability है ही नहीं. Okay, so यहाँ पे भी probability है उसका पाने का, but यहाँ पे ज्यादा है. Okay, in this only you have 2p also. So 2p कैसे रहेगा? 2p will be something like this. This is along one axis. यहाँ पे ही you have other thing.
Y.
Okay, यहाँ पे ही you have so an electron which is part of p will be present in this region. यही use करता हूँ. Will be present in this region. So px वाला it will be lying along इसी particular region में रहेंगे. It won't be going to py region. और px तो यहाँ पे ही रहेगा electron. And every orbital has a capacity, maximum capacity of 2 electrons. If you go to third shell, तो further complex हो जाएगा. I don't want to draw it. Third shell में क्या होगा? आप लोग को ये भी 2s 2p sorry 3s 3p along with 3d p भी ड्रॉ करेंगे और इसके अंदर ही you need to also show those 5 orbitals. Okay, थोड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाएगा. ओवरऑल आपको थोड़ा बहुत समझ में आया द पिक्चर?
Yes, sir.
सर
Yes,
थर्ड
sir.
डायमेंशनल है ना ये?
ये सब 3D है, ये सब 3D.
यस सर.
दिस इज 3D.
मतलब वो सर एडजस्ट हो जाएगा, ओवरलैप नहीं करेगा ना?
ओवरलैप नहीं होगा, ओवरलैप नहीं होगा, ज्यादा टेंशन मत लेना. ओके, इट वोंट बी ओवरलैपिंग, दे वोंट बी ओवरलैप.
Yes.
ओवरलैप मतलब दे वोंट बी कोलाइडिंग. collision नहीं होगा अपने आप में, don't worry. We are not at all interested in that. Collision होगा या नहीं होगा, उससे कुछ लेना देना नहीं.
Yes, sir.
जो भी आगे का जो भी हम कॉन्सेप्ट्स या थ्योरीज जो भी डेवलप हुआ है, it has nothing to do with that. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So overall,
Uh,
final overall, if I talk about the quantum numbers, their range and their total values. Quantum numbers, range, and their total number of values. Quantum number n, quantum number L, quantum number ML, quantum number MS. N is principal quantum number, L is azimuthal or angular momentum quantum number, MS is spin quantum number. Okay. ठीक है. What is the range of n? The range of n is 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. We will not talk about total number of values of it. The range of L is 0 से लेके n minus 1 तक in a given shell, and the total number of values are n. The range of L is
Minus L to
minus L to
plus L.
plus L, and the total number of values are
12 plus 1
and MS के लिए you have only two values.
minus 1 by
You have
2
minus half
plus
or
1
plus
by
1
2.
half.
plus half.
Plus 1 by 2.
So you have only two values. Okay. Clear है? Let us do some questions. Questions करने से इनमें questions बहुत आसान रहेगा. Easy to score. First question. I am giving you 3 different parts. We will go one by one. Give the set of quantum numbers. Give the set of quantum numbers that describe an electron present in 3p orbital. I will explain you the first question. आप लोग बाकी questions करना. They are asking us to give the set of quantum numbers. मतलब they are asking us to give the address for the electron which is present in 3p orbital. So the electron is in 3p orbital. So quantum numbers मतलब क्या क्या होगा? You need to give the value of n, you need to give the value of L, you need to give the value of ML, and you need to give the value of MS. These are the 4 quantum numbers which you can associate to any electron. Okay. Okay. So 3p इधर दिख रहे हैं ना? So the shell number is, so it can have n as
3.
n equals to 3. L जो है p मतलब L क्या हो गया? 1 हो गया.
1
1.
ML जो है, they are not mentioning it as either px orbital or py orbital or pz orbital. So you need to take all possibilities. So you can take ML is equals to -1. अगर ML -1 है तो in that case you can have MS as -half or +half. दोनों हो सकता है. So this is one of the possible address for an electron which is present in 3p. Or else you can have n equals to 3, L equals to 1, ML is equals to -1, and you can have +half. +half मतलब उसी ML equals to -1 orbital में है, but it is having a different spin. Or you can have n equals to 3 है, L equals to 1 है, but now it is present in another orbital. px में नहीं है, अभी py में है. अभी py में you can have either -half और इसके अंदर ही you can have +half, or else it can also lie in pz. 3, 1, 0, -half with the negative spin, anti-clockwise spin, और 3 1 0 प्लस हाफ. सो टोटल सेट्स कितना पॉसिबल आया?
6.
6.
6 different addresses correspond to, can I say, correspond to 6 different electrons?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
क्योंकि मैक्सिमम कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हो सकता है? देखो, inside 3p you have 3 orbitals. What is the maximum capacity of each orbital? 2, right?
2.
So you can have maximum of 6 electrons. They are not asking or they are not specifying which electron it is. So you can give all set of quantum numbers. सारे 6 possible sets दे सकते हो. So the answer can be any of these 6. समझ में आ रहा है? 6 ना, इधर से लेना पड़ेगा मुझे.
सर एमएस हमारे ऊपर डिपेंड है या फिर और है?
सही है.
सर
कौन है वो पायल?
सर
या एमएस हमारे ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है. इफ दे आर नॉट मेंशनिंग एनीथिंग, तुम्हारे ऊपर है उसको किस फ्लैट के अंदर भेजोगे.
सर मतलब वहाँ पे हमारे ऊपर है ना एमएस.
You are the builder. You are the Bob the builder.
सर
You can put that electron anywhere you want. -1 या +1 या 0, your wish. There is no convention for that. Okay?
ओके सर.
आया समझ में?
यस सर.
Yes, sir.
Let's go to next question then. ये क्वेश्चन आप लोग करना. How many orbitals are there in a shell with n equals to 5? How many orbitals are there in a shell with n equals to 5?
25.
Okay, बाकी लोग भी करो. We will discuss. 25 is the right answer, but
Yes, sir. 20.
you need to tell me the total number of orbitals. I'm not asking subshells, and you need to tell me the total number of orbitals. सुजल, क्या समझ में नहीं आ रहा है आपको? बताना थोड़ा, क्योंकि इसमें कुछ है ही नहीं. बिल्डिंग है और बिल्डिंग के अंदर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को तुमको भरना है. उस बिल्डिंग का नंबर्स दे रहे हैं हम. उस पर्टिकुलर बिल्डिंग किस स्ट्रीट में है उसके लिए एक नंबर दे रहे हैं. उसके अंदर जो फ्लैट्स है उस फ्लैट्स को नंबर दे रहे हैं. First you need to give the value of n, then you need to give the value of l, then you need to give the value of ml. हर कोई फ्लैट के अंदर 2 लोग रह सकता है. एक को प्लस हाफ दिया तो दूसरे को माइनस हाफ. बस इतना ही, ज्यादा नहीं सोचना है कुछ. सपोज ये क्वेश्चन देखो. हाउ मेनी ऑर्बिटल्स आर देयर इन ए शेल विथ n equals to 5? सबसे पहले n equals to 5 में सबशेल्स क्या क्या रहेगा? n equals to 5 में सबशेल्स, सबशेल is nothing but
0,
l
1,
ना,
2, 3, 4.
which is 0 to n minus 1. मतलब 0 to 5 minus 1, which is 4. मतलब subshells which you will have are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And हमने already ये बात किया, the number of subshells in a given shell is nothing but the shell number. मतलब n equals to 5 में you will have 5 subshells. Okay? अभी l equals to 0 में, L equals to 0 में the number of orbitals is given by 2l plus 1. So in this case the number of orbitals are 1. In L equals to 1 it will be 3. Odd numbers में चलता जाएगा. N equals to 2 it will be 5 orbitals. N equals to 3 it will be 7. N equals to 4 it will be 9. So the total number of orbitals is nothing but sum of all these things, 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9,
25.
which is equal to 25. Or else you can also remember this as a formula, number of orbitals. Number of
n
orbitals
square time.
M
in
square.
a given shell.
N square.
The formula will be directly n square. Okay. You can remember it as the formula.
Yes, sir.
Okay. ये फॉर्मूला को डिराइव करना ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट भी नहीं है. I hope this is clear.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
क्वेश्चन प्रॉपर्ली पढ़ो, आ जाएगा. और एक क्वेश्चन, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. बहुत आसान क्वेश्चन है. Designate the orbitals using quantum numbers S, P, D, F for the following combinations. For the following combinations. N equals to 2, L equals to 1, N equals to 4, L equals to 0, N equals to 5, L equals to 3, N equals to 3, L equal to 2. N equal to 2, L equals to 1. What is that called?
2s. 2p.
2p.
It has to be 2p. L1
Yes.
and a p. It is 2p. N equals to 4, L equals to 0.
4s.
4s.
Press.
N
5D.
equals to 5, L equal to 3.
5f.
5D.
5f.
5F,
5F.
2.
20
N equal to 3,
Five.
L
3D.
equal to 2.
3d.
3D.
3D. बस. इतना ही. क्वेश्चन इतना ही पूछा. Okay, let's go to next question. How many valid sets of quantum numbers are there for 4D orbitals? How many valid sets of quantum numbers are there for 4D orbitals? How many valid sets of quantum numbers are there for 4D orbitals?
Ten.
10, right? How many valid
Yes,
sets of
sir.
quantum numbers का मतलब क्या होगा? जितना maximum number of electrons रह सकता है, हर एक electron is unique, so हर एक electron will be having one set of quantum numbers. So they are asking how many valid set of quantum numbers. In a way, they are asking how many electrons are present. 4D में,
10.
4D में, or else in general D में. D subshell has how many orbitals?
5.
D subshell has D के लिए L का value क्या है? 2. So the number of orbitals will be 2L plus 1, which is equals to 2 into 2 plus 1, which is equals to 5 orbitals. D के अंदर 5 ऑर्बिटल्स रहता है. हर कोई ऑर्बिटल में नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कितना रहेगा? 2. So 5 में 5 into 2 you have 10 electrons that can be accommodated in D subshell. So you will have 10 valid sets of quantum numbers. ये समझ में आया आप लोग को?
Yes,
जितना यूनिक इलेक्ट्रॉन्स रहेंगे उतना वैलिड सेट्स ऑफ क्वांटम नंबर्स रहेंगे. D ऑर्बिटल्स में 4D में 4D सबशेल में यू हैव 5 डिफरेंट ऑर्बिटल्स. वो 4D भी हो सकता है, 3D भी हो सकता है, 5D भी हो सकता है, कितना भी हो. आप लोग को हमेशा 5 ऑर्बिटल्स ही रहेंगे. एंड वो 5 ऑर्बिटल्स में यू कैन हैव ओनली 10 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. या टेल मी.
4l plus 2 ऐसे फॉर्मूला लिख सकते हैं ना?
4l plus 2.
हाँ.
अच्छा ओके. 2l plus 1 into 2 वैसा बोल रहे हैं ना? या यू कैन से दैट. बट चलेगा ना? एक बार ये हो गया, into 2 करना है उसको.
yes.
Okay, next question. If you are having any doubt, please interrupt me. किसी को कुछ डाउट है तो you can put that in the chat as well. Okay, next question. Which shell would be the first? Which shell would be the first shell to have a G subshell? Which shell would be the first shell to have a G subshell? कौन सा शेल से G स्टार्ट होगा?
5.
6.
5.
5. क्योंकि n equals to 1 में you have S, n equal to 2 में you have S and P, n equals to 3 में you have S,
SPD.
E and D, n equals to 4,
SPDF.
PDF,
n equals to 5 में you are having
PDF.
S,
PDF,
G, F and G. So in fifth shell you are starting G. So the first shell which will be having G is fifth shell. Good.
Yes.
आसान है?
हाँ yes sir. ये एग्जाम में कैसे आएगा? ऐसे ही आएगा?
ऐसा ही आएगा. क्वांटम नंबर्स पे क्वेश्चंस तो वैसा ही आएंगे. और भी क्वेश्चंस कुछ करेंगे. डोंट वरी. करते हैं.
Yes, sir.
ओके सर.
जे के आगे भी होता है सर?
आगे भी है बट उतना इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, इतना ज्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन्स वाला एलिमेंट है ही नहीं अभी. सो नो नीड फॉर, उतना पॉपुलेशन ही नहीं तो उतना सारा घर कंस्ट्रक्ट करके कुछ पॉइंट नहीं. जितना पॉपुलेशन है उतना घर काफी है. What is the maximum number of electrons which can be accommodated in a shell with n equals to 4, B in the 4f subshell, C in a 4f orbital. Maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in a shell with n equals to 4 in the 4f subshell in the 4f orbital. बिल्कुल सही है। (32, 14 and 2 are the right answers. In a shell with n equals to 4. सबसे पहले n equals to 4 में orbitals कितना होगा?
n square.
Will be equal to 4 square, which is equals to 16.
2n square.
Number of electrons will be equal to
2n
16
into
into
2.
2, which is equal to 32. क्योंकि हर कोई orbital में 2 electrons है. Or else I can write the formula as number 2n square. The number of electrons is nothing but 2n square. In a 4f subshell, 4f subshell में orbitals कितना है?
4 to 7.
12 plus 1, it will be equal to 2 into 3 plus 1, which is equal to 7.
7.
So electrons कितना accommodate हो सकता है?
14.
7 into 2
14.
equal to 14. 4f orbital बोला है ना, हर कोई orbital में हमेशा capacity is 2. 2. So it will be 32, 14 and 2 answer. Right. Right answer. Let us look at some important points. And by important, I mean these are very, very important. एक एक देखते हैं. If you are taking subshells, in a given shell, you are having different subshells, right? So, उसमें for a given subshell, sorry, for a given shell, the energy of different subshells, increases as the value of L increases. For a given shell, the energy of different subshells increases as the value of L increases. मतलब क्या है? NS, some nth shell ले रहा हूँ, उसमें SPDF का comparison कर रहा हूँ तो NS will be having lesser energy when compared to NP, when compared to ND, when compared to NF. Okay? And this is the case, very important. This is only for multi-electronic species. Multi-electronic species matlab you need to have more than one electron. For a multi-electronic species, NS will be having lesser energy when compared to NP, when compared to ND, and when compared to NF. Okay? So single electron species के लिए क्या होगा? For hydrogen like species, एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन है ना, अगर एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन है तो ये S, P, D सारे के एनर्जी सेम रहेंगे. For single electron species, I can say ये जो 1s है, it will be less than 2s, but 2s और 2p का for a given shell, उन subshells के एनर्जी सेम रहेंगे. 2s will be equal to 2p and 3s will be equal to 3p will be equal to 3d. 4s equals to 4p equals to 4d equals to 4f. Okay, क्योंकि एक ही इलेक्ट्रॉन है, so there is no other electron to influence these orbitals. इसमें क्या है, because of the presence of other electrons, इन सारे orbitals का energies की interactions के वजह से change होगा. So एक ही electron रहा तो there won't be any interaction among the orbitals. Okay, तब 2s 2p ये सारे orbitals के energies same ही रहेंगे. Very important to note this. Okay, दोनों पॉइंट्स क्लियर है?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
हाइड्रोजन
sir.
लाइक स्पीशीज और सिंगल इलेक्ट्रॉन स्पीशीज.
Sir, please repeat
Yeah.
hydrogen.
हाइड्रोजन लाइक स्पीशीज में क्या होता है, इन द सेकंड शेल इफ यू टेक इट, you have 2s subshell and 2p subshell. Third shell में 3s है, 3p है, 3d है. As you are having only one electron, there won't be any interactions among these orbitals. Okay, वो इलेक्ट्रॉन जो है suppose 1s में है, ये सारा orbitals में if there are no electrons, there won't be any interactions. An electron is nothing but an orbital. Okay, so if there are no if there is no electron to interact with these orbitals, I can say all the orbitals will be having same energies. In particular multi-electron species में क्या रहेगा, there will be some electrons in other subshell. So वो subshell वाला दूसरे subshells के साथ interact करने से उनका interaction distance के हिसाब से interaction भी change होगा, so उनका energies भी change होगा. Okay,
Yes.
ये याद रखना, single electron species में in a given shell all the subshells will be having same energy. वो जो same energy करके बोलते हैं ना, that is called as degenerate. If two things are having same energies, they are said to be degenerate. उसके बारे में अभी लिखता हूँ, degenerate का मतलब क्या है अभी लिखता हूँ. Next point. In the absence of external field, the field can be either electric or magnetic. Energies of orbitals in a given subshell are equal. That is, the orbitals are degenerate. The orbitals are degenerate. Okay, मतलब क्या है, suppose if you take p subshell, in the p subshell you have three orbitals, you have px, py and pz. In the absence of fields, इस point के बारे में मैं field का मतलब क्या होता है we will understand in next lecture while I explain the drawbacks of Bohr's theory. Bohr's theory में 3 points हमने लिखा, quantum numbers पढ़ने के बाद समझेंगे, ऐसा कुछ statement दिया ना मैंने.
हाँ, yes.
So we will understand that in next lecture. अभी understand that in the absence of any field, these orbitals, all of them will have similar energy. The energy of px will be equal to the energy of py will be equal to the energy of pz. Or else I can say for a d subshell, I can say dxy will be equal to dyz will be equal to dxz equals to dx square y square equals to dz square. In this I have, in p subshell I have 3 degenerate orbitals, मतलब same energy. In D, I will be having 5 degenerate. F में कितना हो जाएंगे?
7.
If you have 7 degenerate orbitals, मतलब orbitals of similar energy. In G, you will be having 9 degenerate orbitals, so on so forth. Okay. अभी एक बार इसमें ही थोड़ा समझ लेते हैं. Px, Py and Pz, right? If I am drawing Px, Py and Pz, ये Px, Py, Pz हो गया. In the absence of field, इन सारे orbitals के energy same रहेंगे. But in the presence of field, they no longer remain degenerate. They will be having different energies. अभी ये जो energy है, किसके ऊपर depend होगा? It depends upon interaction. Whenever it is interacting with something else, based on the amount of interaction, the energy will be changed. Suppose आप लोग classroom में बैठे हो, if you are present in first bench, suppose मान लेते हैं उस first bench में केवल आप हो, so आप लोग का energy कुछ तो रहेगा. If some other student is coming and sitting in that particular bench, depending upon the interaction with him, your energy will change. अगर उससे बात करने लग गया तुम, then your energy got increased. Okay. वो तुम्हारा दोस्त है तभी भी energy बढ़ जाएगा, enemy है तभी भी energy बढ़ जाएगा, because you will be quarreling or you will be talking to each other. Okay. So they based on the interaction, energies will be changed. Abhi, in the absence of electric and magnetic field, they are not interacting with anything else. So सारे के energy same रहेंगे. जब electric और magnetic fields लगाऊंगा मैं, depending upon the direction. Suppose the electric field is oriented, again, all these fields are vector quantities. If the electric field is oriented along the z x-axis, तब क्या होगा? ये जो orbital है, this will be interacting more and more with this. So उसके energy ज़्यादा फर्क आएगा. And y और z का energies थोड़ा different amount में change होगा. So they are no longer remaining degenerate. Similarly, if you are giving that particular field, magnetic field or electric field, in another axis, along y axis, और ऐसा ही जरूरत नहीं. If you are giving that in between two axes, so as all of them are oriented in different directions, their interactions with the fields also will be in different way. If they are interacting in different way, their energies will be raised to a different extent. Okay. So only in the absence of fields, I can say they are degenerate. In the presence of fields, I should not say they are degenerate. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I hope this is clear. एक question पूछता हूँ आपको, last में पूछता हूँ. Our next point. हमने ऐसा कुछ बात किया ना? You can calculate angular momentum of the electron. So orbital angular momentum, उसका फॉर्मूला है. इस फॉर्मूला का डेरिवेशन हमारे पास नहीं है. You need to remember the formula. Orbital angular momentum, मतलब different orbital में उसका angular momentum different रहेगा. Is h upon 2 pi into root over L into L plus 1. This is because of the angular motion of the electron. Okay. Which is given by h upon 2 pi into root over L into L plus 1. If it is present in s orbital, उसका value कुछ रहेगा, p orbital में कुछ और रहेगा, d orbital में कुछ और रहेगा. Similarly, we also calculate another type of angular momentum, which is called as spin angular momentum, which is because of its spinning motion. उसका value है h upon 2 pi into
S
root
into
over
S plus 1.
s into s plus 1.
Focus plane.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
हॅलो
Oh,
Hello.
गेलेत परत.
चॅट पण प्रायव्हेट.
Obey.
हॅलो
Give me 2 minutes. It got disconnected.
yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. ये वाला पॉइंट सुना है ना आप लोग? Spin
Yes,
angular
sir.
momentum. The spin angular momentum is given by h upon 2 pi into root over s into s plus 1, where s is called as total unpaired spin. Unpaired spin का मतलब क्या है? We will understand that in the next lecture. ये वाला क्वेश्चन करो सब लोग. In hydrogen atom, I want you to calculate the total number of degenerate orbitals in fourth shell. Degenerate का मतलब क्या है? The orbitals having same energy. फोर्थ शेल में हमारे पास सब शेल्स क्या क्या है? फोर्थ
Sir,
शेल
6
have
4S,
S,
P
4S,
E,
4P,
4D
4D
4F
4F.
और हमने क्या बात किया? In hydrogen like species, 4S will be equal to 4P will be equal to 4D
16
equals to 4F. S में 1 ऑर्बिटल है आपके पास. P में you have 3 orbitals. O में 5, F में 7. टोटल कितना हो गया? It is equals to 16. The number of degenerate orbitals in the fourth shell of hydrogen atom is 16. Or else if I put the question in this way. In helium, find maximum degeneracy. Find maximum degeneracy in fifth shell. Find maximum
25
degeneracy
25.
in fifth shell. In helium,
0
0
okay. अब लोग को थोड़ा confusion है. Fifth shell में, tell me the subshells which we are having.
SPD of G
S, P, D, F, G,
5S, 5P, 5D, 5F,
5F,
and
5G.
5G. इनका energies लिखा तो I can say 5S is less than, 5P less than, 5D less than, 5F less than, 5G.
yes.
Okay. They are asking the maximum degeneracy. But 5P में अपने आप में सारे में same energy रहेगा ना? Degeneracy में in S you have 1 degenerate orbital, मतलब एक ही orbital है उस energy के. In P you have 3 orbitals. In 5 you have, in D you have 5. In F 7, in G 9. So these 3 will be having similar energy, this 5 will be having similar energy, 7 similar energy, 9 similar energy. Maximum degeneracy मतलब the maximum degenerate orbitals कितना है?
9.
9.
So answer is 9.
अच्छा
सर नहीं समझा.
9 similar degenerate or 9 degenerate orbitals.
सर ये सिंगल इलेक्ट्रॉन स्पीची नहीं है इसलिए है ना.
ये सिंगल इलेक्ट्रॉन स्पीशी नहीं है. 9 degenerate orbitals. क्वेश्चन क्या है? मैक्सिमम डीजेनरेसी का मतलब क्या है? मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ ऑर्बिटल्स हैविंग सिमिलर एनर्जी. डीजेनरेट का मतलब क्या है? सिमिलर एनर्जी ना, सेम एनर्जी. सो फिफ्थ शेल में what are the total maximum number of orbitals possessing same energy? You are having 3 orbitals which has one type of energy, 5 orbitals another type of energy, 7 दूसरे type है, 9 some other type of energy. So maximum number के इनमें से कौन सा है? 9 है ना?
यस सर.
हाँ सर.
बस उतना ही है क्वेश्चन. मतलब ये मीनिंग समझो. मैक्सिमम डिजेनरेसी ऑफ फिफ्थ शेल मतलब फिफ्थ शेल में मैक्सिमम ऑर्बिटल्स एक टाइप के एनर्जी का कितने हैं?
सर अगर मिनिमम पूछा होगा तो 1 होगा ना.
1 हो जाएगा. मिनिमम डिजेनरेसी इज 1.
यस सर.
और सर
Okay.
हाइड्रोजन में मिनिमम.
हाइड्रोजन में मिनिमम ऐसा कुछ बात ही नहीं ना. सारे के सेम ही है. वो शेल के ऊपर डिपेंड होगा.
हाँ सर मतलब अगर ऊपर का हमने ये फोर्थ शेल लिया है तो
फोर्थ शेल लिया तो मिनिमम का कुछ देयर इज नो पॉइंट ऑफ मिनिमम.
हाँ इक्वल.
There is the question will be in that case it has no meaning. Minimum का पूछना ही नहीं है.
ओके सर.
Okay, I hope these important points are clear.
यस सर.
Okay, we will end the lecture here. We will continue in next.
Okay.
सर
Yeah.
टुमारो कौन कौन से